What's up guys? Today we're installing the Basenar CS style side skirt extensions from eBay. These actually do not come paint matched, so what I did was I fit them up to the side skirt already. I drilled all the holes, and then after that I paint matched them, so now that these are dry we're going to go ahead and install them to the side skirt. So if you already know me, you know that I hate self-tappers. So these came with self-tappers and some clips that were pretty crappy. So what I did was I actually ended up throwing all of that away. I enlarged these holes to accommodate these 1/4 inch machine screws, and then we're going to be using nuts on the other side of those. And then I actually drilled these holes for the clips even bigger to accommodate these larger clips. Those clips are a lot beefier. Those are actually my favorite clips on the car to work with, so that's what we're going to be using instead of the stuff that came with this. So these machine screws are from Home Depot. These are 1/4 inch diameter, 20 threads per inch, 1/2 inch length. I actually got a 100 pack of these from Home Depot, and then I have a 25 pack of the nuts with the matching thread pitch. And then as for the clips, so these are actually the same clips that you use to secure the top of the bumper here. So I got one right there, got another one right there. And then you might have a bunch of these left over if you remove all the under shielding, all the plastic trays and stuff underneath the car. A lot of those holes are held in with these clips. But if not, I have the part number for this clip, and you can buy a pack of 15 from Amazon for actually a pretty good price. So what I do is I buy extra so that I always have these clips on hand in case I ever break any of them. But yeah, these are the clips that I like to use. And all these holes that are in the side skirt extension actually already came pre-drilled. All I did was enlarge them, but there's a total of 13 screw holes and 7 clips in each side. That's actually a lot of hardware. I was pretty surprised. But thanks to that, these things should be super sturdy. It's going to be held on by a total of 20 fasteners on each side, so I'm pretty impressed. So I believe I enlarged this hole with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and then for the clip hole, I just use a 3/8 inch drill bit. So if you do that, you do the holes in the skirt extensions, and then you transfer the holes over to the side skirt itself, everything should fit properly. So here's the underside of the side skirt extension on the skirt that I already installed. Just for my alignment tips, I guess, I like to line up the front and rear edges of the side skirt, and then I'll actually use clamps to clamp those in place. And then as I'm going through and drilling the holes, I kind of put a screw to hold whatever hole I just drilled in place, and then I position the skirt edge to edge as I want to, and then I go down the line and drill all the holes. It's important that you're not like having to bend or warp this at an extreme amount just to get it to line up with the edge like you want it. Just by aligning the front and rear edges of the skirt extension, you should already have it almost in the position that you want. If you have to move it a little bit just to get the holes drilled and have the edge line up the way you want, then that's fine. But if you're having to use extreme amounts of force to move it, then you probably need to realign the entire thing and then start over. Oh yeah, two more things. So some people like to install these while it's on the car. I do not recommend that for two reasons. Number one, you're probably going to be using self tappers because you can't get on the inside of this skirt to install the nut on the other side of the machine screw. And then number two, it's kind of hard to tell how far you need to drill. So when you're drilling these holes to fasten the extension on, you're actually drilling right into this corner right here. And if you're drilling blindly, it's very easy to accidentally drill too far. And I've seen people actually blow past the outer layer of this side skirt here. So when you're doing this from the bottom with it off the car, then you can drill it. And then as soon as you penetrate the only layer that you need to do, you can basically pull the drill bit out. So you're not just drilling too far into it and then blasting past out the outer layer. So I just got the 7 clips installed on the underside. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip this around, and then we're gonna get all the screws and nuts on. What I like to do is the machine screw is just a Phillips head, so I just use a screwdriver for that. And then I actually hold the nut with these needle nose pliers, because I'll show it to you when I flip it over, but the inside corner where you have to get the nut to thread into the screw is actually like super tight. So what I'll do is I'll actually just hold the nut as far into the corner as I can with the pliers, and then I'll thread from the screw head side until it's fully seated. Here is our first machine screw installed. So as you can see, the nut's location is super far. It's kind of deep into these corners here. So that's why, as opposed to spinning the nut, because there's not enough room to spin the nut, I just hold the nut in place with the pliers, and then I just drive from the head side until it's tight and it's good to go. And I'm gonna go do this 13 more times, and then the install will be complete. Alright, so here's the final product. We've got all of our screws installed. We got all of our nuts on the inside. And now what we're going to do is throw this on the car and see how it looks. And there you have it. Looks pretty freaking good. Good purchase.